Welcome to Mastering and Guideline in Ultrasound and Echo. Hi everyone. Here there was a good question from one of the members, and the question was if is that correct on our plaques we can see all left ventricle like this one. Is that correct or not? Before I answer to this question, yes or no, uh, I have to clear one general principle in ultrasound. For any study, any type of study, for measurement, any dimension, as a general rule, we have to use highest resolution. Then highest resolution in ultrasound is axial resolution. And axial resolution means our sound beam hit perpendicular or 90-degree to that structure. For example, our plaques, classic plaques, is the view that show most of the beginning and proximal of the ascending aorta, and at least half to two-thirds of the left ventricle. That aortoventricular is at the center of the center of the sector, and our sunbeam is perpendicular to both sides. Means if you draw the sunbeam direction on this sector is this way. You can see here, here, and all the way. So at least at this level from here to here, sunbeam almost perpendicular, septum, posterior wall, aortic root, and part of the ascending. But at the distal, you can see is not perpendicular to the wall. So this part will be highest resolution image. And you know the resolution of axial is less than 1 millimeter, means better than MRI and CT scan. So that is the general rules. So we have it two parameters. One of them is size of the heart, another width of the sector. Most of the machine based on the sector size and the heart size, if we get it images with those character, we shouldn't see the left ventricle all of it if we use those parameters. But in the cases that we have a little patient has very small body habitus, heart is small, and a little for any reason heart is farther than usual from the chest wall. So in that case, all the heart can be filled in the left ventricle. As long as those parts sound beam is perpendicular, you are right. But that is a general rule. But in practical way, you know that many patients doesn't have good window at that level that we want to get it, because it should be here at the center, exactly between the aortoventricular junction here. But many patients, when we scan, oh, that is a spot, doesn't give us good image, we have to move it. For example, like this one, this case, so we try it, but the best window we had it is this one. If we draw the sector sound, you can see at this level is perpendicular, but here a little off axis on this level, but aorta is uh, perpendicular. If we have option, we have good window, we have two options, we fix this problem. Go a little slide toward the right shoulder of the patient or aorta here, it bring it this one center, and sound beam is much better perpendicular to this spot that we are going to measure it. But many cases you don't have it. When you slide it up a little, medial and up, you lose the window. So you don't have option. Just you have to know, okay, what you are doing. And in that case, and you're as if you have good image and clear border, doesn't matter you are a little seeing left ventricle more or not. On this case, for example, here we can see left ventricle all the way. The sunbeam, if you put it sunbeam, is almost at this level only perpendicular from here to here, but from here mid septum to the basal is completely off axis, so the resolution of the image at this level will be low, but at this level is very high. And the aorta root, yes, is perpendicular and high resolution. So if we cannot fix it with moving a little toward the aorta and bring it, that will be perfect as long as your image is not off axis, means that basal third is a rectangle and you coaptation at the center. That will be completely fine and perfect and is not a problem as long as you did it and you couldn't get window. Just you can annotate it, for example, on this case, low axis, because your probe instead of the here, you are moving toward the apex of the left ventricle here. So in that case, is low axis. You just annotated, the doctor, cardiologist know why you got it this image, because you don't have window and you went low axis. But still correct for measurement. You can see the best spot for this measurement if you want to be perfect is that at this level, close to the papillary muscle level. It's almost perpendicular and highest resolution. But again, this is a general rules. Just remember, even I mentioned in another clip, in apical tree, if you don't go, you don't have PLAX, still you have option in apical tree. If you have good apical window, you can measure in apical window. Just don't forget it when you measure it, that still I can see some people, they make mistake. Your measurement direction should be perpendicular to the wall too. Beside of the sun for resolution, the measurement is the same, perpendicular to the wall. Your direction of the measurement should be perpendicular. Just keep in your mind. And another one is that many times you have to be flexible and go extra study for that case. For example, if the indication for the study is intracardiac thrombosis, not only you have to get it, try a classic view, go get it extra image and show all left ventricle, or why other way, opposite way. If your indication for echo is valvular disorder, you have to get it extra image and zoom on the valve. Actually, in most center, there is extra, you have to get it beside of the plaques, one extra zoom on just the valve. This part, just zoom on them and get it good image with heel toe perpendicular highest resolution and get extra images. As long as you know and the doctor notice why you did that, uh, the cardiologist become much happier you did extra study and show that, for example, left ventricle all. I hope I answered clearly to this question. Up to the next time. Have a wonderful time.